Hello, it's Andy Henderson, your Sherpa guide from Forward Thinking. Sherpa Guide is episode 81. Great to be here. Great to see you all online. Today, it's all about this. It's all about toleration. It's all about the things that you tolerate in your business. And this is the number one thing that's holding your business back from awesomeness right now. And it's this phrase. In fact, I'm not going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you who I am and my mission first, so you know by now. I'm on a mission to impact the lives of 1 million people. And through the community, we're doing it. Through the people that I work with, through the Forward Thinkers movement, from all the Forward Thinkers together collectively, we're absolutely making this impact in the world. Hey, Naomi. But today, it's a really important topic is this. And it's a one for you to think about. It's for you to settle into the thought about it and really kind of understand. And I'm going to give you this phrase and I'm going to repeat it again. Hi Sam, nice to see you. And I meant it, we'll go on that walk whenever you want. Thursday afternoon, I've got some time. Any evening or sometime at weekend, we'll get that walk done. We'll have a chat and we'll put the worlds to rights. Anyway, today, this is a big phrase. It's a big phrase, massive phrase in my life in the past, and it makes me feel sick of the amount of things I used to tolerate. It's all about toleration today. So I'm going to say this to you. In business, you get what you tolerate. Just think about that for a second. If you've got a business, if you own a business and you run a business now, in business, you get what you tolerate. And it's the same in life. In life, you get what you tolerate. Whatever you tolerate, you get. Just think about that for a minute. In life, you get what you tolerate. In business, you get what you tolerate. It takes me back, that phrase, and it's a massive phrase, and it's something that it makes me blood boil a bit because, in the past when I used to run the IT firm, I'd tolerate stuff, especially when I first took over as MD. I'd walk in through the morning, 8 o'clock, I'd walk in the front door, reception would be there, and it'd be a mess. And I'd walk in. And I'd be boiling inside, but I wouldn't say anything. I'd walk through, open the door, into the office, and I'd just go in. I'd tolerate it. And guess what? The next day I'd do the same thing. And I'd walk in, the receptionist is there, the reception's an absolute mess, like a flipping bomb's gone off. And I'd walk past, blood boil, through the door, into my office, I won't say anything. And it's because I tolerated it. And because you get what you tolerate, I tolerated it, and that's what I got. And then I'd walk through the sales office and I'd see people on the phones, mobile phones tapping away. I'd see people having chats, personal chats. And again, this was in my first year as MD. I'd just tolerate it. I'd be boiling inside. I'd sit in my office going really mad. And I'd think to myself, it's okay. It's okay. They need to have a chat with their wife when they're at work. They need to sort this out. They need to reply to text messages and whatever. It's all right. It'd be different tomorrow. It took me months to get my head around this. And it's true. Whatever you tolerate, that's what you get. And it's the same with, toleration. Whatever behaviour you tolerate of others, that's what you get. You're training people how to behave towards you. If you accept that, if you tolerate that behaviour, you're actually training people to in the way that you want them to behave. It's ludicrous. So in business, if you get what you tolerate. So right now, if you're in business and your business isn't performing, you tolerate it. You keep going. You wake up, you think, it'll be all right, tomorrow things will change. You go into the office tomorrow, nothing's changed. Your business isn't performing. You think it's okay, give it a couple of days and everything will come out right. You come back in the next day, it's not performing. You come back in the next month, it's not performing. You don't do anything about it. Nothing changes because you're tolerating it. You're tolerating mediocrity. You're tolerating, being miserable. You're tolerating second best. Why tolerate it? Do something about it. Don't just tolerate it. If it's your business or your life, these are really important things. Grab hold of the bloody things and say, I'm not tolerating this anymore. You, piss off. I'm not tolerating you. Tidy your desk. Flipping perform. I mean, you can't tell people to perform. It doesn't work like that. You've got to figure out why you're tolerating this stuff. And sometimes it's because you don't like conflict. You don't want conflict with that person. You prefer an easy life. What do you want, an easy life or a flipping business that goes down the pan? Or a life that actually, it might be easy, but it's miserable because you tolerate it. You tolerate that attitude of your members of staff. You tolerate the attitude of the shopkeeper down the road. You still shop there. but it makes you feel bad every time you go in because he treats you like dirt. Why are we tolerating that stuff? Or that friend that you know talks about you negatively behind your back, but you still call them a friend and you still meet them and everything's fine, but you tolerate that and it makes you feel bad inside. Why are we tolerating that stuff? Don't tolerate it. Do something about it. Change it up. If you're in business, your sales figures are low, you're tolerating it. Why? What are you doing? What do you need to do to grab hold of that and go, I'm not tolerating this anymore. I've had enough. I'm up to here. I want you to blow a gasket. I want you to change something so you don't tolerate this stuff anymore. Life's hard enough without tolerating a bunch of muppets, A, or a bunch of low sales figures, B, or, people who aren't respectful towards you, C. Don't tolerate it, because if you do tolerate it, that's what you get. So that's my message to you today, really. It's only a short one today. In business, you get what you tolerate, but in life, you get what you tolerate as well. I don't tolerate anything that I don't like. I walk away. And it's vital that we do that. It's vital that you don't just tolerate stuff. You don't just accept what is if it makes you feel bad. You change it. You reach the edge of tolerance, but get there quickly. Don't spend 6 months getting to the edge of tolerance and then do something. As soon as you see something that you don't like, performance in your business, attitudes in your business, behaviours in your business, behaviours, performance, attitudes in your life, do something about it immediately. Because by tolerating it, you're training people how to behave towards you. And that's not the right place to be. If you're a leader, if you're anyone, if you're a human being, don't tolerate this stuff. So that's my message today. That's Sherpa Guidance episode 81. And on Wednesday, we're going to go into a little bit more detail about the things in business that we tolerate quite often, but these are going to lead to disaster. There's 5 things that you should never tolerate in business. And if you are tolerating them, I'm going to identify them with you. If you are tolerating them, then your business is not going to perform. It's not going to do well. It might not even survive. So tune in on Wednesday, similar time, 3 to 4 o'clock. I'll see you then. And then Friday, we're going to do a reflection section, which is a bit about me and what I tolerate and what I don't tolerate and how I got myself out of this cycle of tolerating stuff and just accepting mediocrity. So I'm Andy Henderson, your Sherpa Guide. As always, calling to you live from Forward Thinking, Sherpa Guidance episode 81. Just remember, guys, you're always just one step away.